Hello everyone. Today's topic of discussion is joint stock company. Students, joint stock company is the largest form of business organization. We have discussed different form of business organization like sole proprietorship, joint Hindu family business, partnership, cooperative society, and today we are going to start joint stock company. So joint stock company among all these form is the largest form of business organization, and it is an association of persons who join together for doing business activities with the motive of earning money. Joint stock company is registered under Indian Company Act 2013. So students, now I will discuss with you the technical definition of joint stock company. Be focused on the definition. Company is an artificial person created by law having separate legal entity with perpetual succession and a common seal. So students, this is a technical definition of joint stock company. I am sure that this definition is not clear to you all. Now, I will make you this definition clear with the help of characteristics or features of the company. Now, I am discussing each and every point of the definition through features. Like see, company is an artificial person. So, the first characteristic is artificial person. Company is an artificial person because it is created by law, but it is considered as an artificial person because it is not having physical body like a human being, but like a person it can enter into the contracts. Properties can be bought by the company, properties can be sold by companies, company can file case against any other party, and other parties can file case against company. But companies cannot breathe, they cannot eat or drink like human being. In this way, companies are called as a person but a artificial person. Now move again to the definition. Company is an artificial person created by law. We have discussed it under the features. Having separate legal entity. So see the second feature, separate legal entity. After getting registration, companies become separate legal entity. Separate legal entity means when any organization is separate from its member. So companies are, after getting registration, become separate legal entity, they become separate from their members. Now assets and liabilities are, now assets and liabilities of company are different from the assets and liabilities of the members. Properties are bought and sold with the name of company, not with the name of member. As you have studied under sole proprietorship, that sole proprietor and business both are same, but in case of companies, members and company both are different from each other. Now move again to the definition. Next is with perpetual succession. Move to the third feature, perpetual succession. Perpetual succession means continuous existence. Companies are having continuous existence. They are not affected by the coming of any member or outgoing of any member. If any member is died or retired from the organization or become insolvent, it will not affect the company. Members may come, members may go, company goes on forever. This is the meaning of perpetual succession. As companies are formed by law, so they are ended by law only. By following a legal procedure of winding up of company, company can be ended. Okay, they are not affected by the coming or going of any member. Now again move to the definition and a common seal. So move to the next feature, common seal. Every company is having a seal of the company. Company by their own cannot act or sign. For the act, companies are having directors. Directors work on behalf of company. But to authorize the act of directors, there is a need of common seal of company. Company stamp is used to give a legal shape to the documents prepared by the directors. So, you can say common seal is the authorized signature of the company. Okay, to finalize any contract or to give any document a legal shape, common seal of company is mandatory. Now students, there are some more features of company, that is separation of ownership and management. In case of companies, owners and managers both are different. See, anyone who is purchasing the shares of the company, that person will become the member of company, and that member is also called as owner of the company. Because anybody is having shares of any company, that person is called as the owner of the company. So anyone who has purchased the shares, they are called as members as well as owners. But all the members or owners cannot manage the company. That's why these members select some directors for the company, and these directors manage the company. In this way, there is a separation of ownership and management. Members are the owners of company, and from the members a few directors are selected to manage the company. So members are owners and directors are managers of the company. Now, next feature is liability. The liability of all the members of the company is limited up to the shares purchased by them. What is the meaning of it? It means that members have to pay only the amount of shares purchased by them. Like a person has purchased shares of 20,000 of the company. Now his liability is only 20,000, that he has to pay 20,000 to the company, not more than that. In this way his liability is limited. Next feature is risk bearing. Students, in case of sole proprietorship, whole risk is borne by a single person. In case of partnership, risk is divided between a few persons. But in case of company, risk is shared by a number of members. In this way, risk is divided among so many persons. Because in case of companies, there is no limit to the maximum members. That's why risk is divided among so many persons. Next feature of company is formation. According to Indian Company Act 2013, for the formation of company, registration of the company is mandatory, and for the registration so many documents are prepared by the directors of the company, and such documents are deposited to registrar of the company. And registration or formation of a company is a very lengthy and costly process. So students, here features of company are over. So I hope the features are clear to all. Companies can also be called as joint stock company or only company. Why they are called as joint stock company? Because so many persons have invested their money in the companies in the form of shares purchased by them. That's why it is called as joint stock company. You can call it joint stock company or only company. No matter. No issue. So I hope the meaning of company as well as its features are clear to you. Even then, if you have any doubt in any of the point, you can discuss with me. Okay students, thank you.